Alright, so in this video, I'm going to be showing you guys how to build the fully automatic tree farm using the azalea saplings. I'm going to show you guys how to build this farm just because the video did super well, better than usual, so I'm going to be showing you guys how to build this tree farm. If you want to know more information about this tree farm, I had a whole video explaining basically how it works, what it does, and how efficient it is, but I'm going to be showing you guys just the tutorial for this video. Alright, before we start the tutorial, this is what you're going to need for basically the building materials, and this is probably what you're going to need. These white concrete right here, doesn't have to be white concrete, it can be anything and like stone or anything like that. It's just like what I use to build everything out of, including this. This doesn't have to be glass, but you can just build this out of whatever. So yeah. Alright, so the first thing we're going to start off with is just placing 4 blocks of moss, just like this, and then we're going to have sticky pistons right about here. So we're going to be placing 2 sets of them. So we're going to have the moss, and then we're going to have sticky pistons right here, and then we're going to go 6 blocks up with 2 sides. So it's going to be 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then we're just going to do the same thing on this side. And then after that, what we're going to do is place wood right here, and we're just gonna go up, and then we're also gonna place wood on the other side. Doesn't matter what type of wood it is, just it has to be wood, just to make it make the saplings grow more quicker, because they don't care if wood is right next to them, but other blocks they will care. So the basically use wood right here. Alright, for this next part, we're going to be placing blocks right here. So we're going to place a block right here on this bottom left one of this piston. We're gonna place one here, 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 and here, and then we're gonna go like that. So it's gonna create kind of like a zigzag shape, and then we're gonna place glass on the ends of these blocks as well, and then you can get some redstone dust, and then we're just gonna place it along here just like that. And actually, I forgot, this block is going to be just normal block. Don't make it glass, just make sure that this bottom left one is going to be normal. Alright, for this next part, we're going to be placing blocks here, here, here. So 3 blocks on the side. Do the same on this end too. And then you can place redstone on top of these blocks, just like so. And then what we're going to do is place a row of blocks just like this. And you're just going to do this on both ends, just like that. That's what it should look like. And then what we're going to do is place a block right here. So this is going to be on the same level as this redstone dust. And then place a repeater. Yeah, so you're going to place a repeater right here, and then go up one, place another repeater, up one, another repeater. And this should be on the same level as the rest, as this like redstone right here. So wherever there's a redstone, there should be a repeater close by. And then we're going to place glass like this, and then put one in the middle. So we're going to be creating kind of that zigzag shape. And on this bottom one, we're actually just going to make it a normal block. So it should look like this, basically. So the zigzag shape, except the bottom one is going to be normal. And then below this bottom one, we're going to place a redstone repeater. This bottom redstone repeater should be set to 1 tick. So it should look like that. So technically this is 2 ticks, as a repeater already gives off 1 tick, but we're going to add an extra tick to it. So it should be 2 ticks, and this is what it should look like. And then what you're going to do is do the exact same thing on this end. Just place repeaters on the ends, put glass, make sure this one isn't glass, and give it that zigzag shape. Just like that. These repeaters don't need to be changed to anything different, and repeater there with 1 tick. Alright, and the next thing we're going to do is place a block right here and a repeater right here, so it should look like that. And then we're going to connect all of this just using a redstone line. So create a shape like this, and the redstone should just go like that. Alright, for this next part, what we're going to do is place a block right here. So this is going to be in front of this repeater, or adjacent, I guess. And then we're going to place another block right here, and then another block right here. So it's going to be kind of like a little zigzag. And we're going to place a repeater. Don't change it, just leave it how it is. We're going to place a redstone dust on top of this block, and then place a block adjacent to it so that the redstone isn't connecting. And then we're going to place a redstone torch at the end. So this is what it should look like. After that, what we're going to do is place a block right below this torch, actually a block lower, so that the redstone should be turned on when you place it. Then what you're going to do is place a sticky piston right here. This piston should be extended, and then place a block on top of it. And then you want to get another block and then place a redstone repeater, set it to 2 ticks, just like that. That's how it should look. Then place a sticky piston right here with a block on top of it, and then just run this line, or not run this line, we're going to place a block right here and then another redstone dust right there. So if I believe we are right, we should be able to... Perfect. Yeah, that is what it should happen. You should be able to press the line and we should have a fully double piston extender. So all you have to do to check it is just place a block above this first redstone right here and then just power it, and we should see it fully push out 2 blocks and then fully retract itself. And yeah. Alright, so for this next part, what we're going to do is actually just we're going to place a block above this redstone right here. We're going to place another block right there, a sticky piston right here, with a block on top, and then a block right there. So this is what it should look like. So a block above this redstone, block here, sticky piston with a block on top, another block right there. Then we're going to get a comparator and place the comparator right here, and then a repeater right here. Next, what we're going to do is set this repeater to 3 ticks, so it's going to take a little longer. So instead of 1, this is 2, and this is 3. So put it to that right there. So after building this little machine, we're going to go 2 blocks down from this comparator. So this is 1, this is 2, and then we're going to start right here. So it's going to be 2 blocks down from that comparator, and this is where you're going to start. So you're going to place a piston right here, and then you're going to place another piston right here, and there should be a 2 blocks distance between these 2 pistons. And then we're going to place a block right next to these pistons, just like that. And then comparator, or not a comparator, a redstone dust, I believe, right here. We're going to have hoppers below these pistons, and they're going to be feeding into each other, just like that, with a block below, 1 block below this piston, just like that on both sides. And then comparators that are going to be reading these 2 hoppers. So this is how it should look like on both ends. After that, what you're going to need is just a redstone block and a lever. You're going to place a block or redstone on there, on this somewhere here, it doesn't really matter. And then you're going to have you're going to place a block below this hopper, this hopper right here, and you're just going to power it. After that, what you're going to want to do is just put 3 items into this hopper, I believe. 1, 2, 3. Perfect, yeah, and this should push the piston over to the left side. So the rightmost hopper will have 3 items, and then it will push the piston with a redstone block to the left side. And then what we're going to do is place a sticky piston above this redstone block, and then we're going to place a cauldron. Then we're going to fill this cauldron with water. And that should activate the wall there for a minute. And then what you can do now to test, make sure everything is working properly, you can unpower this lever and the wall should start moving. Should start pushing every so often, every 3 game ticks or every 3 ticks. That is basically the clock that we just built, the clock that controls how often the wall pushes out. Alright, so from there we're actually going to be moving on to the front part of it, and what we're going to be doing is placing dispensers, 2 of them on both ends, so 4 in total, just like this, and they're going to be facing towards the moss in the middle. And then what we're going to do is place a block right here, and then a block right here, just like that, and then with a redstone dust right there. And you're going to do this on the other side as well. So this is what you should kind of have. Alright, after you have that, what we're going to do is place a moss block right here and then a piston behind it. So this is what it should look like. So this moss is going to be on the left side and then 1 block lower, and then this piston should be below the last row of wood blocks, so just like that. Next, what we're going to have is a dispenser below this piston that we just placed. And then next you're going to have a observer, and you want the redstone side of the observer facing into the dispenser and the face of this dispenser facing in the opposite direction of the observer. So this is what it should look like. The face is looking in the opposite direction of the dispenser. Next we're going to have is another observer just like this on the side of it. This time the face is going to be facing towards the observer, just 1 block off. So this is what it should look like. And then we're going to have a piston, a sticky piston, right next to it. So we're going to have it right here, just like that. Alright, after that what we're going to do is have a block right here, So this block is going to be on the rightmost edge, well, almost on the right, fully right, but it's going to be right here in between these two repeaters. And then we're going to have a repeater here, set it to 4 or 5 ticks technically. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, 4 ticks. So set it all the way up to the max and then place a block in front of it. Then you want to go 1 block down, place a redstone dust in front of that, and then place a block and then another repeater, set it to the max, just like that. Place a sticky piston in front of it, a block on top of it, and then a block right here with a redstone dust. My mistake, we're not going to be placing a redstone dust, we're going to be placing a normal repeater and set it to 3 ticks. So 1, 2, 3, just like that. Alright, so after that, if you have any blocks below your pistons, you can just remove them, just like that. And you're going to want to get a chest and some hoppers. So this hopper is going to be feeding into this observer right here with the one with the piston above it. We're going to place a hopper and then a chest over top. And then this chest isn't going to be able to be accessed because there is technically wood up top. You can just remove it temporarily, look inside of it. And actually this is the chest that you're going to have to fuel with bone meal. So you just want to make sure that that there is a ton of bone meal in this chest, as this is probably the dispenser that's going to be running out the most. So you want to fill up this dispenser, this hopper, and then this large chest with bone meal as much as you have. So just fill it all the way, and then just remember to place back those logs. And if you want to, you don't have to, you can place a composter in front, not in front of it, but 1 block below it. You can place a composter 1 block below this moss right here, and then a hopper on top of this composter, a chest right here with a hopper below it. And basically what's going to be happening here is that this is going to be the moss that grows and then spreads that growth across these other 2 mosses, creating the azaleas that we're going to be using to grow. But a lot of stuff is going to be composted because things like seeds and carpets and things like that we're not going to be using. So it's just going to go into the composter, and that way you can actually get a little bit of bone meal back. You can just grab this bone meal and throw it back into this this chest if you would like, or you could just not add this at all, and then you're just gonna have a bit of random items scattered around your flooring, but you can put it into a composter if you like. Alright, after this what we're gonna do is actually get some observers, and we're going to go 2 blocks down, or 1 block down. So we're just gonna go 1 block down, and then you're gonna do the same on this end right here. An observer just like that. So this is what the observers should look like. So there should be 1 on this side and 1 on this side, and then you're going to connect these observers by using other observers. So you're going to have observers going like this. So the observers are going to have, there's going to be a middle point, which we're just going to put it right there. So you're going to have an observer in the middle, kind of in the middle. It's like on the left side of the middle, and then you're going to have observers looking. You're going to have the face of the observers looking at this observer, just like that. And then you're going to have the other observers, just like that. These observers are facing in that direction, but the redstone part is facing in that direction. And then what you can do to test to make sure you did this correctly, you can place an observer in front of this observer, and it should create a clock. And then these dispensers should be shooting out their items if you put any inside of them, as you can see. And that's how you know that everything is working. So you can just throw stuff, and yeah, they're all working. Alright, after that what we're gonna do is actually place a piston right here, and you're gonna place an observer, and the face of the observer is going to be, these 2 faces are going to be looking at each other. So you just want an observer 1 block away from the observer that we placed here, and then you're gonna want a piston behind that observer with the redstone part facing into the piston. And then now what you're gonna do is just get a few blocks. Yep, you're just gonna get a few blocks, and you're just gonna go like 4 blocks out, and then 2 blocks in, and basically it should line up to where this lever is at. And then you're gonna place a redstone torch on this lever. So you're gonna place it right there, and then redstone dust going like that. Alright, after that what we're gonna do is place a target block right here basically. So right in front of this redstone torch, where this redstone is, and then place a redstone torch in front of that target block, and then with a piston, a sticky piston, not a sticky piston, it needs to be a normal piston, I believe, on top. And this piston should be activated, and then you're gonna get gravel, sand, concrete, whatever, concrete powder. It has to be concrete powder, not concrete. And we're gonna use this gravel and go a few blocks up. I don't remember the exact number. Yeah, okay, so we're gonna go 11 blocks up. So with the piston extended, it's going to be 11 blocks. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, just like that. Alright, and then from here we're going to be placing 2 blocks on the side, just like that, and we're going to have a repeater and then some way of powering this repeater. I'm just going to use a redstone torch, and then we're going to have 2 hoppers facing into each other. We're basically going to be creating a very similar hopper clock that we just built down there. We're just going to be building it almost the exact same way, so 2 hoppers facing into each other, just like this, just like that, and then a block on the side of those hoppers with comparators. We're going to be using comparators just like this, blocks in front of those comparators. So this is what it should be. There should be a block in front of this comparator and then another block going 1 block lower, and then right here, and then you can place a redstone dust on both of those with sticky pistons on both ends, and then we're going to get another redstone block and just place it somewhere there. And in this hopper, we're going to be placing 32 items. So yeah, just get 32 items, throw them in there. This is where it should be. And if for some reason you see that the tree farm is like going past a certain point, like it's going too far and the TNT isn't being activated enough, where it's basically not breaking the trees enough, you can just lower the amount of items by like 1 or 2. You can probably bring it to like 30 or 28 probably, but 32 seems to be the number that I've used that seem to work the most consistently without using too much TNT. So yeah. Alright, so the next thing we're going to do is from this block right here, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, we're going to go 9 blocks out, and then we're going to place an obsidian right there and just destroy them. After you place that obsidian, we're going to go 2 blocks down, so 1, 2, and then from here we're going to be creating a pool for the items to land in, so we're going to go 2 blocks back, just like that, and then just kind of create a pool basically. So we're going to go 4, 5, there you go, we're going to go 5 blocks wide. This can be destroyed. Excuse me, we're actually going to go 6 blocks wide, so this is what it's going to look like. Just like that. And then basically you just keep this platform going just like that, make it long enough, and then we're going to place water on the ends of these 2 sides, and then basically we're going to follow that water to create this kind of shape right here, and you can just break that all out. So basically you break until the water is at the very edge, and once you break the glass that's at the very edge, what we're going to do is place blocks on the where the water sits at the end, but we're going to place 1 blocks below it, and then we're just going to flatten it all out. So this is what you want it to look like. There's water at this one, so you're going to place a block below the water just like this, and then we're just going to be placing hoppers at the very end here. But let's make sure we're getting the full, make sure that the wood should fall completely in, and just kind of start filling it in just like this. And then you can just kind of build a wall. We're just going to be making like a little water stream. And then we want to get is a chest and some hoppers, and then we're going to place 2 chests right here, and then 2 hoppers feeding into this guy. And then you can just break all this glass. Make sure you cover where it leaks. Sometimes it leaks. Just gotta place blocks there, and that should cover it. Now if you throw blocks anywhere around here, they should go into that chest, even in the corners, I believe. Yes, they do. Alright, after that, what we're going to do is basically bring a line to a dispenser that's going to be above this observer that's going to be dropping the TNT. So we're going to place some redstone right here. It's going to be right here. Then we're just going to go up a few blocks, like 3 blocks. Let's go 1 more. There you go, 4 blocks. And then this redstone line is just going to go a little more to the end, and then you're just going to want to bring it to the point where it's above that observer, or that, not the observer, this obsidian. So right here. Then you want to get a dispenser, then you just want to surround this dispenser with glass, just so that the TNT doesn't go flying everywhere. Just like that. And you just want to bring this line, and this line probably will need a repeater somewhere because it's pretty long, so you can just really place a repeater anywhere you would like. I'm going to place it like right there. Somewhere in the middle should work. And then all you have to do after that is just place TNT into this dispenser, as much as you have. I just realized I am 1 block off. Make sure that this is landing perfectly on that obsidian. I just saw that I am 1 block off. So yeah, just make sure you move. Make sure you're actually on top of the obsidian. This is very important, or else you're going to be making a big mess. So I'm just going to fix my mistake here. Repeater. Just break all this, whatever was not needed. Just like this. And then glass. Just like that. And then now I do believe we're done. The last thing that we are going to need to do is just place bone meal on this in these dispensers, excuse me. So just fill them up all the way to the top. These dispensers don't run out that often, but they will need to be refilled every here and there, basically. So you just need to refill these dispensers, and then probably just keep this chest topped off with bone meal. And then now I believe all you have to do is just pull this lever, and it should turn it all on. So yeah, let's see what happens. Perfect, look at it go. So we already got 1 tree, got another one there. Oh, that tree didn't want to grow. It's a little stubborn. But basically, yeah, this is all you have to do. Just leave this machine running, and it will produce you free wood, which is going to be pretty nice. So yeah. Alright, so that is going to be it for this video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in the next video.